Imagine a 15-year-old kid stepping onto the hallowed turf of the UEFA Champions League, the pinnacle of European football where legends are made and dreams are chased. It's a moment that defies belief, yet it's a reality that has captivated fans worldwide. We're talking about the youngest talents who've dazzled in this elite competition, from debutantes who shattered age barriers to champions who lifted the trophy before they were old enough to drive. But here's where it gets controversial. Are these clubs pushing prodigies into the spotlight too soon, risking their long-term development for short-term glory? Stick around as we explore the stories of these remarkable players, unpacking their journeys and perhaps challenging what you think about youth in sports. And this is the part most people miss: how these early breakthroughs often set the stage for lifelong legacies, or sometimes, unexpected twists. A plethora of footballing royalty from across Europe have made their Champions League bows early in their careers, but no one has done it younger than Max Dowman. This Arsenal midfielder took his first steps in the competition during a league phase clash against Slavia Praha, coming on as a substitute for Leandro Trossard in the final 17 minutes of a convincing 3-0 win. At just 2 months shy of his 16th birthday, the English youngster became the first 15-year-old ever to feature in the tournament, marking a historic milestone that has everyone talking. Shifting gears to past winners, the Ajax duo of Nwankwo Kanu and Patrick Kluivert hold the record for the youngest Champions League victors. Both were still only 18 years old when they played pivotal roles in Ajax's stunning triumph over AC Milan in the 1995 final at Vienna's Ernst Happel Stadion, a match that etched their names into football history. Let's delve deeper into the 6 youngest players ever to appear in the Champions League, highlighting their backgrounds and the moments that defined them. For beginners wondering what the Champions League is, think of it as Europe's top club football tournament, where 32 teams battle through group stages, knockouts, and a grand final to claim the title. It's like the Super Bowl of soccer, drawing billions of viewers and showcasing the world's best talent. Max Dowman, 15 years 308 days. In the match between Slavia Praha and Arsenal on November 4, 2025, midfielder Dowman made his unforgettable debut as a late sub in a 3-0 victory. Before this, he'd been an unused bench player twice in the competition, but finally got his chance in Czechia. Born in Chelmsford, this young talent, often compared to the legendary Kaka, has been hailed as a future star. As the youngest ever scorer in the UEFA Youth League, he recently became Arsenal's youngest starter in any match, and now he's etched his name in Champions League history. This begs the question, is the pressure of such expectations fair for someone so young? Youssoufa Moukoko, 16 years 18 days. During Zenit's 1-2 loss to Dortmund on December 8, 2020, striker Moukoko burst onto the scene to become the new age record holder, surpassing the previous mark set by Celestine Babayaro just a decade earlier. His journey started impressively. At age 10, he was already prolific for St. Pauli's under-13 team, and by 2016, he joined Dortmund. He progressed quickly, playing for their U17s at 13 and U19s at 14. In January 2020, barely 15, he trained with the first team. On the day after his 16th birthday, November 21, he became the youngest Bundesliga player as a sub against Hertha. 2 weeks later, after warming the bench in 2 Champions League outings, he made his senior European debut. It's stories like this that make you ponder, how much talent is being wasted if clubs don't nurture young players carefully? Lamine Yamal, 16 years 68 days. In Barcelona's 5-0 drubbing of Antwerp on September 19, 2023, the winger secured his spot as the second youngest debutant ever on matchday 1 of the 2023-24 season. Just 11 days prior, he netted in his senior Spain debut during a 7-1 rout of Georgia, making him Barcelona's youngest La Liga player too. Reflecting on his youth team days, Yamal shared, "Since being in the youth team, I've played against much bigger players." He even reassured his mother, who worried about him, by saying, "I always tell her to trust me." Later, he became the youngest player to feature in the knockout stages when he started in the round of 16 first leg against Napoli at 16 years 223 days. For context, the knockout stages are like the playoffs, where teams eliminate each other to reach the final, Imagine a teenager thriving there. Celestine Babiaro, 16 years 86 days. Back in the Stoa 1-1 draw with Anderlecht on November 23, 1994, the Nigerian left-back not only became the youngest in Champions League history but also set another record by being the first player sent off in the competition, just 37 minutes into his group stage start. He went on to join Chelsea in 1997, where he clinched the UEFA Cup Winners' Cup and FA Cup. This early red card raises eyebrows. Was it a sign of youthful exuberance, or does it highlight the intense physicality that young players face? Ryan Cherky, 16 years 102 days. Substituted in at the 74-minute mark during Lions' 2-0 loss to Zenit on November 27, 2019, the attacking midfielder came close to breaking Babiaro's record after sitting unused 3 weeks prior. He'd only debuted in League One that same month. Beforehand, he shone in the UEFA Youth League, scoring 4 goals in 3 match days and even netting age 15 the previous September. Picture this, a teenager juggling youth tournaments and suddenly leaping to Europe's elite. It's thrilling, but is it sustainable? Alen Halilovic, 16 years 128 days. In Dinamo Zagreb's 0-2 defeat to Paris Saint-Germain on October 24, 2012, the slender Halilovic entered for the final 5 minutes as his team was being overwhelmed. Dubbed the most thrilling Croatian prospect since Luka Modric, and son of former Dinamo player Sead Halilovic, he'd already become the youngest scorer in Prva Liga history. Despite the hype, he didn't fully settle at big clubs like Barcelona or Milan, finding more playing time on loans to teams like Sporting Gijón, Las Palmas, Standard Liège, and Heerenveen. This trajectory sparks debate. Do high expectations doom some young stars, or is it just part of the game's harsh realities? Now, turning to the youngest Champions League winners, it's fascinating how 3 of them achieved this feat in 1995, when Ajax's exceptional squad defeated AC Milan in Vienna. The youngest was substitute Nwankwo Kanu, followed by fellow sub and eventual match winner Patrick Kluivert. Fast forward 30 years, and another pair of teens, Seny Mayulu and Warren Zaïre-Emery, contributed to Paris's 5-0 demolition of Inter in 2025, with Mayulu scoring just 2 minutes after coming on. Here are the 6 youngest victors, ranked by age. Nwankwo Kanu, 18 years 296 days, Ajax 1-0 AC Milan, 1995. Patrick Kluivert, 18 years 327 days, Ajax 1-0 AC Milan, 1995. Iker Casillas, 19 years 4 days, Real Madrid 3-0 Valencia, 2000. Seny Mayulu, 19 years 14 days, Paris 5-0 Inter, 2025. Clarence Seedorf, 19 years 53 days, Ajax 1-0 AC Milan, 1995. Warren Zaïre-Emery, 19 years 84 days, Paris 5-0 Inter, 2025. To give you a taste of that legendary 1995 final, check out the highlights where Ajax edged Milan 1-0, a reminder of how youth can conquer even the mightiest. As we wrap up, it's clear these young players have not only broken records, but also inspired generations. Yet, the debate rages on. Is promoting teenagers to such levels beneficial for their growth, or does it expose them to burnout and unrealistic pressures? Do you think clubs should impose stricter age limits for elite competitions, or is letting talent shine early the way to go? Share your thoughts in the comments. Agree, disagree, or offer your own take on this intriguing topic.